Welcome to Kojo Recaps. Today I'm going to show you a 1997 English and French science fiction film called The Fifth Element. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. In 1914, aliens known as the Mondo Shiwan meet their human contact, a priest of a secret order, at an ancient Egyptian temple. They take the only weapon capable of defeating a great evil, which appears every 5,000 years. They promise to return the weapon before the great evil's re-emergence. The weapon consists of a collection of 4 stones representing the classic elements: water, fire, earth, and air, and the eponymous 5th element that conjugates the other 4 into organic life. The stones are kept in a hidden chamber inside a small temple in Egypt, where an archaeologist has been studying the runes that tell their history. After taking the stones and a sarcophagus housing the 5th element, the Mondo Shiwan present a key to a priest and tell him to pass the information provoking their mission through the future to tell future generations in preparation for evil's arrival. 300 years later, in 2263, the great evil finally reappears in the form of a fiery planet and destroys an entire fleet of interplanetary battleships. When the battleships fire missiles on the planet doubles in size. Meanwhile on Earth, the world's president consults with his military and science advisors about the approaching planetoid. The Mondo Shiwan, current human contact on Earth, Priest Vito Cornelius, informs the president of the Federated Territories of the great evil's history and of the weapon that can stop it. When the Mondo Shiwan attempt to deliver the elements back to Earth, they are ambushed by another alien mercenary hired by Earth industrialist Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg, who is working for the great evil. A severed hand in metal armor from the wreckage of the spacecraft is brought to New York City. From this, the government uses biotechnology to recreate the original occupant of the sarcophagus, a humanoid woman named Lilu, who remembers her previous life as described as the perfect human being. Alarmed by the unfamiliar surroundings and high security, she escapes and jumps off of a ledge of the building, crashing into the flying taxicab of Corbin Dallas, a former major in Earth's Special Forces. Dallas then delivers her to the priest Vito Cornelius, the current guardian of the Mondo Shiwan's knowledge. Dallas, Cornelius, and his acolyte David recognize Lilu as the 5th element. They both help Lilu recover, though Dallas is forced out of Cornelius' apartment before learning her true purpose. Cornelius learns from Lilu that the 4 elements were not held by the Mondo Shiwan, but instead were given by the Mondo Shiwan to someone they could trust, the diva Plava Laguna, who will be performing on the leisure planet Floston Paradise, and that Lilu must recover the stones from the diva. Meanwhile, wealthy industrialist Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg has attempted to gain the stones as urged by communication with the great evil. After learning that the Mangalores' attack on the Mondo Shiwan was unsuccessful in recovering the stones, Zorg betrays and kills them, whereupon the surviving Mangalores decide to exact revenge and gain the stones for themselves. Corbin Dallas is later met at his apartment by General Monroe, who informs him that he has been drafted back into the army in order to travel to meet the diva. Earth's military sends Dallas to meet Plava Laguna. A rigged radio contest provides him a cover, awarding Dallas a luxury vacation aboard a flying hotel on planet Floston, accompanied by flamboyant talk show host Ruby Rod. It includes a concert by Plava Laguna. Their meeting is interrupted by the arrival of Cornelius and Lilu. Dallas, learning of Lilu's need, offers to help, but is knocked out by Cornelius, who steals his winning transportation tickets and departs. Dallas accepts the job from General Monroe and travels to John F. Kennedy International Airport, intercepting Cornelius, David, and Lilu before they board their flight, where he will escort Lilu himself. The Mangalores and Zorg's assistant are rebuffed by the ticketing agent when they try to pose as Dallas. Cornelius instructs David to prepare the temple in Egypt and then sneaks aboard the passenger spaceplane before it leaves. On the flight, Dallas meets his escort radio personality Ruby Rod, who escorts him as the contest winner. Upon arrival at Floston Paradise, Dallas is taken by Ruby to prepare for the show, while Lilu waits near the diva's quarters in order to retrieve the stones from her after her performance. The diva's show is interrupted by the Mangalores, and the diva is fatally shot. Dallas learns from her dying words that the diva has hidden the stones inside her body. After she dies, Dallas removes them from her abdomen, giving them to Ruby to hold as he defeats the Mangalores and saves the rest of the passengers and crew. Leeloo is able to defeat the Mangalores that attempt to ransack the Diva's quarters. Zorg, having flown himself to Floston, fights Leeloo at the Diva's quarters as well, injuring her and forcing her to retreat. He takes the case he believes contains the stones while starting a time bomb. When Dallas goes to recover Leeloo, Zorg finds the case to be empty. Zorg re-enters the liner just as Dallas, Leeloo, Cornelius, and Ruby leave on Zorg's ship, while the rest of the passengers escape in the liner's emergency craft. Zorg is able to stop his bomb, but the defeated Mangalores activate another bomb, destroying Zorg and the liner itself. The four return to the temple on Earth as the great evil pulses towards the planet. There, Dallas finds Leeloo disillusioned and unwilling to perform her role, believing that humans will destroy themselves despite her rescue of them. As the protagonists arrange the stones in the temple to form their weapon, they are briefly baffled by their ignorance of the weapon's operation, but discover that each stone is triggered by the presence of the classical element to which it responds. Dallas then convinces Leeloo to perform her role, embraces her, and kisses her. At this moment, Leeloo releases the weapon's divine light, causing the great evil to become a new moon in Earth's orbit. Later, the President and General Monroe go to the Reconstitution Lab to congratulate Dallas on his successful mission, but he and Leeloo are unavailable, despite the President's assertion that he is in a hurry. Viewers then see that Dallas and Leeloo are making love in the Resurrection Chamber. What do you think of Fifth Element? Could you stop an interplanetary great evil if you were the Fifth Element? Let us know by leaving a comment in the comments section below. Thanks, and be sure to subscribe. Until next time, dear viewer.